Most people believe that lifting weights or extreme workout is the only way to achieve results. TRX training is an exercise method aimed to improve total body strength, stability, and cardiovascular health. This is done without traditional weightlifting, swinging kettlebells, and heavy dumbbells. The TRX system was developed by Navy SEAL over 20 years ago and since has captured the attention of athletes, coaches, and trainers. It became mainstream in the gyms. So is TRX suspension training as effective as it claims to be? To find answer to this question, let's dive into research. In 2020, in European Journal of Applied Physiology was published a study which aim was to compare the effects of TRX suspension training with traditional resistance training on muscle mass, strength, and functional performance in older adults. 42 untrained older adults were randomized into three groups: TRX, traditional resistance training, and control group. Muscle thickness of biceps brachii and vastus lateralis, maximal dynamic strength test for biceps curl and leg extension, and functional performance tests were performed before and after 12 weeks of training. Study found that suspension training promotes similar muscle mass, strength, and functional performance improvements compared to traditional resistance training in older adults. TRX training is also suitable for elders. In the next study, 11 participants finished the 12-week intervention study. All participants trained in the TRX Old Age Whole Body Workout, which consists of 7 exercises including 3 to 4 progressively advancing stages of difficulty for every exercise. In the questionnaire, training intensity was rated as optimal by 91% of the participants, and training frequency of 3 times per week by all the participants. For flexibility, 73% reported recognize strong improvements. Almost 82% of participants referred to improvements of overall well-being. All participants subjectively reported that TRX old age training induced positive effects. What about muscle activation patterns during a suspension training exercise? 25 healthy adults had 16 pre-amplified wireless surface EMG electrodes placed bilaterally. Each participant performed reference isometric exercise to establish a baseline muscle contraction. At the next stage, TRX training was performed. Multivariate analysis of variance for each exercise were performed to compare muscle activation between each TRX exercise and its stable surface counterpart. This study found that performing TRX exercise increases muscle activation when compared to exercises performed on a stable surface. A 2014 study in the Journal of Science and Medicine in Sport found that suspension training provides a better core workout than traditional resistance training. Researchers tested 4 suspension exercises like hip abduction in plank, hamstring curl, chest press, and 45 degrees rows. The research found core muscle activity higher in TRX than with similar exercises performed on a stable and unstable support surfaces, like weight bench or stability ball. TRX training also can be used in rehabilitation. In 2020, in Georgian Medical News was published a study which aim was to assess physical therapy effect using TRX equipment for patients after brain injuries on balance and coordination. There were 30 respondents in this research, all of them with the easy level of the brain injuries by Glasgow Coma Scale. This study found that TRX equipment is an important alternative to rehabilitation that improves patient physical and emotional health after brain injuries. One more interesting study about the effects of TRX training combined with taurine supplementation on body composition, glycemic and lipid markers in women with type 2 diabetes. This study found that TRX training improved glycemic and lipid profiles while taurine supplementation alone failed to show hypoglycemic and hypolipidemic properties. Notably, the synergic effects of TRX training and taurine supplementation were shown in glycemic and lipid markers changes. Results suggest that TRX training combined with taurine may be an effective adjuvant therapy in individuals with type 2 diabetes. That's all for today's episode. Please subscribe to this channel and like this video. You can comment below on what topic you would like to see in the next episode. Please support our channel at Patreon so that we could make more evidence-based healthcare and medical knowledge videos.